Alrighty, backyard scrapping here. I came out today. It's a beautiful day out there, as you can see. And I came out to my little lab, and I figured I was going to goof around and just play. And I got to thinking, well, maybe I'll play and make a video. In a video I had made earlier, I showed you guys, this is some little bits of little beads, or whatever you want to call them, of copper. And I had showed you guys in a previous video about where I get my copper back out of my fluid. You can see that that's pretty clear now, and at the bottom of that is all copper. Which I'm going to rinse and clean, and then it'll end up in this little jar. So we'll take it out here in the sunlight, and you can see that that's all powdered copper that I get out of my acids. So I figured today I was going to come out here and kind of just melt this stuff down and get it into the little buttons, and then I'm going to pour some 1 ounce copper skulls out of it. So I should have enough to do a couple anyway, and I figured I would just let you guys tag along while I'm doing it. So let me go ahead and get set up and start melting this stuff down, and we'll be back at you when I'm ready to melt. Alrighty, well, we're back. We got everything set up over here. We got our borax, our cooling water, we got our copper. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to proceed to melt it into some little beads or buttons. And then after we do that and get an accurate weight, I'm going to pour some little copper skulls. A little borax in there. And let's get stuff fired up. My torch tip is horribly dirty. I need to clean it very, very bad. But we'll let her ride through this just because I don't really feel like doing it right now. Alright, so there we go. Melt our first bead of copper. And a lot of people don't realize that the copper melts at a higher temperature than silver. So it's actually easier to melt and cast silver than it is copper. Drop that. Okay, we got that copper pulling together into a nice little bead. The wind is really not helping right now. Move that around and pick up all the rest of that copper. Little bitty particles. Put a little borax on there. Clean it up a little bit. Says, is it really worth it to do this? No, it's probably not really worth it money-wise, especially not a silver or another metal. You have to add copper. No, but still, I mean, you know, somebody may give $4 or $5 for a skull, you know, on eBay just to collect it. So, I mean, we do what we got to do to support our hobbies. Alright, we're going to let that go, shut that down. Grab our tweezers, and when that solidifies pretty good, we'll grab her and toss her right into that pan. Okay. There we go. And there's our bead of copper. We're going to continue to do some more. I'll go ahead and drop that in the pickle pot. Alrighty, here we are. Here's our buttons from all of our melts, and it came out to just a hair over exactly 2 ounces. So I'm going to pour a couple of copper skulls out of that. We'll take them back outside. I just took them out of the pickle pot in here, and we'll remelt this now because I can get accurate weights that way. Make sure it's good clean copper, and we'll pour our skulls. So we'll be back when we get back outside and get it set up. Alrighty, so it's the next day. I got all that copper melted from yesterday, and I showed you, brought it in last night and weighed it up on the scales, and ended up with just about 2 ounces, which I showed you on the table there. I'm going to go ahead and get my mold heating contraption set up. As you can see, this is like this, and that's our mold heating contraption. Let me grab the level. I'm going to check and make sure, get this level so that when we pour, everything is good. Okay, so that then has to come up a hair. And let's see how we are this way. Alrighty, let me get this leveled up and we'll get right back to you. Okay, we got that leveled up now, and what this is just a little contraption that I built for heating my molds. This is the mold we're going to be using. It's a little skull mold, so we'll get that down inside here, and we'll come over and turn this booger on, get it adjusted right. And we'll use that to heat up our mold, which it's already throwing some really good heat. So we'll go ahead and get that set. Put that up on there like that. We'll let that warm that mold up. Get our block set up. Go ahead and melt our first troy ounce of copper. Get a mold. Yeah, that's our copper mold. Alrighty, I'll get the torch set up, get this stuff going, and then we'll be melting that. Let this warm up till we get it nice and hot, and we'll be ready to roll. Good. Go ahead and get our copper. It's our first ounce. This is all from recovery from acid, like this one. That's acid recovery copper. So we're not putting that back into the environment. Go ahead and close that up. Let's get our torch fired up. A little bit of borax. Have a little sip of brew. Okay, and we are ready to rock and roll. Yesterday I melded these all down into little buttons. We got just a hair over 2 ounces, but I like doing that because it cleans the copper out, and then when I do this second melt it's going to get even cleaner. Although right out of the acid it's pretty clean, so we don't have to worry about that, but still I like doing it this way. I like doing a couple of melts, and that way you're sure you've got a nice clean product. Because there may be little tiny bits of iron or whatever left in that, in that powder that I showed you. Sometimes the iron doesn't get completely dissolved, or there's a little piece. So, but doing it this way, you're pretty sure to get rid of everything. We want that bead to pull in completely so it's not sticking to the edges at all. Get that all up in the center. We're going to leave the heat on it a little bit longer. Bring it above about 100 degrees so we can make sure, even though it's completely liquid, we want it to be nice and free. Crucible good and hot all the way around so that when we do our pour, we don't have any problems. Got a nice fluid metal. Alright, let me keep that on there. Let's check our mold. That looks good. Pull that off. Shut this down. Get our metal nice and hot. And there we have it. Let that set for just a minute. It takes quite a few minutes for this to cool enough to come out of the mold because of the eyes of the skull. So it will take a little bit. So when we get her dumped out of there and quenched, I'll come back at you. Alrighty. There we go. Put this back. Back in the little baby kiln to warm it up for the next pour. Take that guy and quench her out. And there she is, right there. Is that not awesome? Alrighty, here they are, brushed up and polished up. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm waiting for a stamp to come in that I ordered, a custom stamp for backyard scrapping. So what I'll do when they get in here, I'll get them stamped and weighed and probably throw them on eBay, see if anybody's interested in them. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it ends up being a little long, but I like showing you guys the process and what I do, and not really skipping around or leaving stuff out. So if you did like it, please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll be back at you with some silver videos in a little bit. Have a good one. Backyard Scrapping signing off.